So a little backstory, I got a guitar for my 16th birthday, and I took lessons for several years, and life gets in the way, and you go off to college, and you get married, you have kids, and I would pick it up occasionally, and every year I would tell myself I'm going to pick up the guitar again. Well, we all know in 2020, the world slowed down quite a bit, so during the lockdown of the pandemic, I decided to pick the guitar back up, and I was started playing again and using online resources, Fender Play, Justin Guitar, YouTube, you know, just to learn new techniques, to learn songs. And one of the things that I notice when I play, especially when I'm learning online, is I'm constantly taking my hands off the guitar to pause this video, to back up a little bit so I can rewatch, you know, something over and over again. And it was a little awkward to try to do that constantly, where I prefer a way to sort of control the video without really having to take my hands off the guitar. So I searched around online and I found this pedal on Amazon, and it's the Donner DBM-20 wireless page turner. Actually, I think on Amazon it's advertised as the DBM-1, so I'm not really sure what's the deal with the serial or the model number. But essentially, this is a foot-controlled pedal that it's a wireless page turner, so it allows you to change pages on like a PDF. If you were playing sheet music for your piano and you had your iPad or you had a computer screen, it would basically advance the sheet music. And I thought, you know, maybe there's a way that it might work for kind of pausing the video or advancing the video. And so I thought, you know, I'm going to buy it and I'll test it out and see what happens. So I paid $45.99, I believe. I think it's $50.99 normally, or I should say currently on Amazon. This being March 2021. But there was a $5 off coupon, so I was able to take advantage of that. So I'll go ahead and unbox this for you guys so you can see what's going on here. So when you open it up, you'll see there's a kind of a quick sort of instruction guide on what the actual foot switches and then the buttons do. And there's a mode button, power, on off, and with a battery indicator, and then the two foot switches. One's turn play and the other one's turn stop, and I'll show you the different modes that it has. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out of the box, and then it comes with some sort of review thing. Donner's, I guess that's a sticker, and then the USB-C charging cable. So here's the actual foot switch. It's pretty nice. It's metal around the outside of the casing. You can see the USB-C charging. I'm actually not sure what those two do. Plastic on the back. It's got some non-skid feet, and then the front is plastic. Actually, I think that's plastic, and then a sort of a faux wood finish, which actually I kind of like. I think it's kind of nice. So I'll go through the modes with you. So you turn it on just by hitting the button, and you'll see that it's powering up, and it'll show you that it's at full battery capacity. And right now it's on mode 2. So mode 1 is basically advancing a page up or down. This is essentially a Bluetooth keyboard that only has 2 keys that are programmed, and there's 4 different modes. So essentially there's 8 keys that are programmed in here. And so this is basically arrow up and arrow down. So anything that you would use this for, this relays to your computer, pushing the arrow up and pushing the arrow down. If we change to mode 2, this is advancing left and right. So this is the left arrow key, and this is the right arrow key. If I go to mode 3, this this one is showing more skipping, and I'm actually, to be honest with you, I played with this a little bit, and I'm not sure what this one does. It's going to advance it maybe a greater distance in reverse, and then a greater distance forward. And then mode 4 is actually this is play, pause, and this is stop. And so ideally, I wanted sort of a combination of mode 2 and mode 4. So I want to be able to use mode 2 because I don't necessarily care about advancing forward. I want to constantly step the video back. That's what the left foot switch does, and I want the right foot switch to be the play pause. And seeing that this is basically a Bluetooth keyboard, I figured there's got to be a way to remap this right key in mode 2. And so I'm going to switch over to screen capture, and I'll show you how I was able to do that. Okay, so there are a lot of open source software applications out there that would allow you to remap keys on a keyboard. One that I have found that worked for me is called Karabiner, and I'll leave a link in the description. So you go to the website Karabiner. This might be Mac only. So if you're on a Windows PC, you might have to find a different application that would allow you to do this. So basically, you want to go ahead and just download it from here. I am not on Big Sur or Catalina yet. So if you're on an older OS, make sure you're downloading the right file. So you just go ahead and click this. It'll download. It takes very little time. It's a very small application, and once you install it, you'll open the application called Carabiner Elements, and it looks just like this. It allows you to do some simple modifications, change your function keys. If you have a gaming keyboard, you could change the function keys to do some different things, some complex modifications, and it shows you some different bunch of different things. But basically, all you really want to worry about is the simple modifications. And to add an item, you click down here. Before I make a mistake like I did the first time, you go ahead and I'm going to put remove. You want to make sure that you're only remapping the key to the device that you want to change. So as you can see, I have my keyboard, which I don't want to change any keys on that. And there's my mouse. It's basically going to pick up any kind of Bluetooth device. So this Donner pedal comes up as Bluetooth music pedal. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and you can see I've actually already added the remapping on here. So I basically told the Donner pedal that when I click what it thinks is the right arrow, I actually want the computer to hit the space bar, which is ultimately where it gets me to. The left foot switch backs up the video 5 to 10 seconds, and the right foot switch pauses and plays the video, which is basically exactly what I was looking for. So in order to sort of recreate this, you would just kind of go here, add item. It gives you a bunch of different keys that you can go through and say, this is the key that the computer thinks it's hitting, which in this case, it's really can only be an up, down, left, right, or spacebar key, because that's all that this device thinks it has. And then you could basically tell it what you want it to do instead. And so this is as simple as it is right here. You want the right arrow key to really be to be a space bar, and then that's it. You don't have to do anything else. I go ahead and close out of here. And so if I go to justinguitar.com, I'm in mode 2. I'm going to go to let's just go to the beginner course, and I'll show you. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this. So now that we've remapped the pedal, this in mode 2, this backs up the video 5 to 10 seconds, and this foot switch will act as a space bar and play and pause. And I've tested this on justinguitar.com, which I highly recommend. YouTube videos. There's a multitude of guitar YouTubers that I watch, and also on Fender Play if you're into that as well. So I highly recommend this pedal as a pretty cost-conscious alternative, and I'll leave a link to it to Amazon in the description as well. It will be an affiliate link, which if you're not into that, you can just go straight to Amazon.com and search the pedal from there. So thank you very much.